Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech, protected.
Are you sick of looking at Netflix and you don't know what to watch?
So many movies out there, you don't know which ones are good, which ones were bad.
You curious about what's out there?
I'm Joey Powers.
I'm Don Treadler.
This is The Best Pictures.
The ones you don't want to miss.
Hit it. Say hello to my little friend.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Winners go home and prom queen.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
I don't deserve this. Deserves got nothing to do with it. No sequel for you.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of The Best Pictures. I'm one of your hosts, Joey Powers.
Hey, and I'm Don Treadler. Welcome to the show.
Welcome indeed. As we've been doing recently, I'm just going to do a recap of the top 5 box office for the week. For like the third or fourth weekend in a row, Spider-Man No Way Home won the box office with a measly $52.7 million, bringing its domestic total to a whopping $609,892,000.
Holy Moses.
And it's way over $1 billion worldwide. Sing 2 in his second weekend had a strong showing, almost $20 million. It's up to almost $90 million. The Kingsman was third at $4.5 million, bringing it to $19.5 million. American Underdog, its second weekend, got a little over $4 million to put its total at 15. And rounding out the top 5, The Matrix Resurrections with nearly $4 million and $31 million.
Wow. So The Matrix fell below American Underdog, huh? Which doesn't have a real name actor.
No. The Matrix is not doing nearly as well as I read the predictions for it, and the second and third Matrix both made a lot more than the first one. And they said that this one would be more in line with the first one as opposed to the second and third one. It's not even going to come close to touching the first one.
No.
So I don't know if it's just, I don't know. It's something about doing sequels that far apart that, the audience that you're aiming it at are people my age, because it came out when I was like in college,
Yeah.
And so I don't know. And obviously, the coronavirus probably has a lot to do with it. People are still being hesitant, although they're not hesitant with Spider-Man.
That's
at
right.
all.
That's right.
And it's also R-rated, so I mean.
Yeah, that makes a difference.
All right, so I mentioned to you our last show to try to mix it up somehow. We would each pick some movies, because everybody who watches the show, both of them, they know that we have a Mendoza line. Anything above 6, we say it's worth watching. Anything below 6, we say you should probably pass on it. And so we decided to come up with, we need to name a list of movies and look it up on IMDb to see what the rankings were, to see if it's over or under the Mendoza line.
And we're going to see if we can guess correctly.
Yeah, so it was just something to mix it up and have a little fun with. I think it's a good idea. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go?
I can go first.
Okay, go for it.
All right, how about this? Batman Forever.
Oh, that's got to be under. That's got to be under 6.
It's 1995, right?
Yeah, it's got to be under.
This is the one that everybody hates.
I don't think they hated it as much as Batman and Robin, did they?
I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah. All right. You look up one. I'll look up the other. Which one?
5.4.
For
Okay.
Batman Forever?
Batman Forever.
Yep.
Oh, my God. You're right. Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
3.8.
It's terrible. I'll never, ever watch that movie again. I wouldn't watch that movie if somebody dared me to.
Wow.
It's so bad. Arnold Schwarzenegger plays Mr. Freeze.
So you think this is above or below the Mendoza line?
Batman Forever, definitely below. What'd you say it was?
5.4.
I think that's even a little high.
Yeah.
It was bad, but it was definitely better than Batman and Robin. Batman and Robin was stupid.
Right.
All right, now I got one for you. Tin Cup.
Ooh, Tin Cup.
Have you seen Tin Cup?
Yeah.
I figured
Kevin
you
Costner?
Yeah, I figured you probably had.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that's above the Mendoza line.
You would be correct. 6.4.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I like Tin Cup.
I remember watching it.
Kevin
I thought it was a
Costner,
watchable movie.
Cheech Marin, Rene Russo, Don Johnson. You know, it had a good cast. It's funny because the last time I watched it, I guess the first time I watched it, I didn't know who he was. But the last time I watched it, Phil Mickelson's actually in it. Has like a cameo as one of the golfers.
Oh, wow.
And I never noticed it. He's so young when that movie came out. Oh, my God. But no, that was a very good movie. Definitely worth watching. You know?
Yeah, I would say so, off
Yeah.
the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's one. Since you brought up Kevin Costner, he was on my list.
Okay.
Waterworld.
I haven't seen it.
Oh!
I heard it got slammed by a lot of people, though.
Yeah. Supposedly that was like people made fun of it. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, didn't Kevin Costner buy a yacht just for that movie?
Did he really?
I think he did. Because he got crap. He got
the,
crapped on for that.
the heavy is
Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper.
Yeah.
So that should be, you would think, with just that alone, should be kind of fun.
Yeah, doesn't he wear like a patch?
He wears an eye patch.
Eye
yeah.
patch, yeah. Yeah.
Actually, you haven't seen it, so you don't know to judge. Okay, it's above the Mendoza line. Which
Is it really?
I was a little surprised because it was kind of an infamous film.
Yeah. I don't know why it's not popping up on here, but
But it's that's the type of movie that I don't know if I've ever sat down and watched it from start to finish, but I've caught it on cable and watched bits and pieces of it.
it didn't really appeal to me.
No, didn't appear. It wasn't something you wanted to see.
No,
it was
it's
like Mad Max on the water.
Really? Yeah, see, I don't know. I didn't mind the original Mad Max, but I heard the remake was really good, but I haven't seen it. Did you see it with Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron?
I did. I wasn't quite as into it as everybody else was, but I own it, so I got to watch it again.
Because there's nominated for Best Picture.
Wow.
And Best Director, and I think she might have even been nominated for Best Actress. Isn't the whole movie in the car, though?
Yeah, for the most part, they're
That's-
racing around in the car.
That's what I heard. See, I need more action than that.
Yeah.
I need a little more. All right, so I mentioned to you, so you already know the answer to this, but the remake of Gotti, starring John Travolta. I know you haven't seen it, and based on how I described it to you, you're probably never going to see it.
Right.
It got a 4.7. And I knew it was low. I actually enjoyed the movie, though. I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah?
Yeah. I saw the original with Armand Assante years ago. That was like a TV movie. And this was like a direct-to-video movie. But yeah, I can see why I got a 4.7, because it wasn't great.
Well, usually I like John Travolta, too.
Yeah, I do too.
He could be a pretty decent actor.
I thought he was decent in this. I think the script was just too quick. Like, one day he's like this street bum or whatever, and then like 10 minutes later he's the boss. You know, and it's like, I think you needed a little more
Right.
information about how.
That's too bad. They got it. I mean, to me, they got a decent actor like that,
Yeah.
And, it could have been a big deal. Could have been
Yeah.
a big deal if they'd have done it up right.
Yep.
All right, how about this? We just got done with talking about Christmas movies for several weeks. Mm-hmm. So you probably even know what this one's rated. This is one I never seen. Jingle All the Way.
That was the movie. Remember I told you there was one more movie that I watched and I couldn't remember? That was it. That's gotta be under 6.
Really? It was not good.
No.
5.7.
I mean, any movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad, you're not gonna get nominated for any Oscars there.
Right.
You know? Phil Hartman's in it though. Phil Hartman's good. I like Phil Hartman.
You know what I heard about Phil Hartman? This is a weird trivia thing. The band Poco had their biggest hit. I'm trying to think what the name of the album was. Anyway, they had their biggest hits in the 70s off this one Legend, this album called Legend, and the cover was designed by Phil Hartman.
Really?
Isn't that wild? He must have been like a
Yeah.
graphic artist
I
before
didn't
he was a
realize
comedian.
he was into that. Speaking of Sinbad and Phil Hartman, they had a movie together called House Guest. I don't know if you ever saw that or not, but it's actually a pretty funny movie. All right, I went old school and went way back thinking of some of these. Did you ever see the movie Nick of Time?
No, who's Nick of Time?
Johnny Depp, Christopher Walken, Charles S. Dutton.
I don't think I saw it.
Johnny Depp is just an everyday guy who has to try to kill someone running for politics or someone who's rerunning, or the bad guy who is Christopher Walken is going to kill his kid. It wasn't bad. It all takes place on like the airport or something. I haven't seen it since it came out. It came out in like 95. It got a 6.3. I don't remember it being that good.
You didn't like it that much?
I didn't. No, I don't like. I'm not a big Johnny Depp fan to begin with. Like I'm not going to see a movie just because Johnny Depp's in it.
Right.
You know. So,
but he needs to be resurrected. He's I don't know. I think he has talent. And I just think now he's just become more of a celebrity than he is an actor. You know?
I mean, he's been nominated for several Oscars. You know, I mean. All right, what do you got?
All right, this is a movie you just lent me. I admit I didn't get to see it, and I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Cocktail.
I was going to say, I wonder if that's on my list too, and it is.
What do you think? Cocktail
I know,
above or below the Mendoza?
It's below by 1. It's 5.9.
Because you already know.
Because I be honest with you, I was hoping that you had seen it because I gave it to you a couple of weeks ago. That's why I put it on here.
Right.
I disagree. I think it's watchable. I would put it in the mid 6s. I mean, it's not great.
But so 5.9 really only falls like
exactly
1/10 of a point under.
I don't think you're going to be disappointed. It's got a good cast. Tom Cruise is the lead. And then you got Brian Brown, Elizabeth Shue, you know, so you got some good actors.
Yeah, you know, I mean, to me, it's like Tom Cruise is always pretty good.
Yeah.
How bad can it be?
I don't see a lot of bad Tom Cruise movies.
No, it's kind of hard to come up with one if you think about it.
One I did have a hard time getting through, and I ultimately couldn't watch it, was the Kubrick one. Eyes Wide Shut.
Eyes Wide Shut,
yeah,
right.
I don't know. I didn't care for it. So I don't even think I watched it all.
Yeah, well, I see, I can agree with that because I say that about The Shining, that I just have problems with The Shining.
Right.
I just don't.
See, I had the problem with 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch that, just how it starts. It's like, this isn't for me. I can already tell. I think this is going to be like a 3-hour movie.
Right.
I'm not watching this.
I had it on Blu-ray. I lent it to somebody. I never got it back. I don't know if I want it back.
I was going to say, you're not missing much. All right, so I got one. This is from the late 90s. Star-studded cast. Hurley Burley.
Oh.
Have you seen that?
No, but I saw the play on Broadway.
Sean Penn, Kevin Spacey, Robin Wright Penn, Gary Shandling, Anna Paquin, and there's someone else, but I don't remember. Oh, Meg Ryan. So, I mean, it's got a really good cast.
Well, I would say based on the script and Sean Penn in it, I would give it, say it's probably +6.
5.9.
Oh.
So it's like I said, I got pretty close on some of these.
Right.
You know, so, but I would recommend it just because of the actors in it.
Yeah.
You know, it's got a really good cast. I think I heard Kevin Spacey's acting again.
He must be.
I think he is.
Can't keep him down.
No.
On I think I told you this is my Hurley Burley story. It was on Broadway. It starred William Hurt.
Okay, I like William Hurt.
It also had Harvey Keitel. The day that I went to see it, Harvey Keitel was out, so I got to see Harvey Keitel's understudy. I happened to be working at that theater several years later, where Alec Baldwin was in Streetcar Named Desire. He was playing Stanley Kowalski with Jessica Lange.
That's a good cast.
Was playing Blanche Dubois.
Yeah.
And Amy, I can't think of her name. Madigan. Amy Madigan played the sister. Yeah. So that was basically the cast for that show. Anyway, Harvey Keitel came to see them. I saw him and I said, this is pretty weird that I would see you here because when I came to see you in Hurley Burley, I saw your understudy and here you are. And he looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, no, don't you think that's weird? And he didn't get it.
It's a coincidence. I mean,
a weird coincidence.
It is, yeah.
Of all the theaters, it's the only time I ever saw Harvey Keitel, and it was in that theater.
So, did you like the play?
I did. I thought it was pretty cool. Matter of fact, I can't do it, but I used to try to learn the monologue from it. Had to do with these, what they call it, the neutron bomb, how it blows up it kills all the people, but it leaves all the buildings.
Okay.
Isn't that the neutron bomb?
Yeah. All right.
One for me?
Yep.
How about this? Pearl Harbor.
Oh. Alex was doing this series of how to make a movie better.
Right.
And I was like, I got one for Pearl Harbor. And I came in the next week, he's like, I can't make that movie better. He's like, I just can't do it. You're gonna have to find something else. That's got to be below 6. It has to be.
6.2.
Are you serious?
It did. It made it over the Mendoza, and I knew you'd be surprised.
I like Ben Affleck and Josh Hartnett, and I thought they were both terrible in that movie.
Really? I didn't. I saw it here. I know I saw it in Bellows Falls, and I know I didn't think that much of it.
I didn't. And I like Kate Beckinsale too. I think she's a good actress, but it was just too much. You know, it was too corny.
Oops. Yeah.
I got one I know you've seen because I let you borrow it. Murder by Numbers. You remember that? Sandra Bullock, Ryan Gosling, Ben Chaplin.
Oh my word! Did I see this?
Ryan Gosling and Michael Pitt play privileged high school kids, rich kids that, you know,
Right.
They have nothing better to do, so they plan a murder. And, you know, they go over everything tactically and stuff like that, that blame it to frame the janitor at their high school for it. And Sandra Bullock is the lead detective on it. And Ben Chaplin's her partner. It's a pretty good movie.
I was going to say, I think that's +6.
It's 6.2.
Yeah.
So it got pretty good.
I think that's pretty good. Oh, what's another one I was going to pick up here? Freddy versus Jason.
I've seen it. I own it.
Have you?
I own it, actually, yeah. It came with a pack. Jason Goes to Hell, Freddy versus Jason, and Jason X. Did you see Jason X?
No.
Jason in Outer Space.
Pieces of it. That's another one I've like peeked at it on cable, never
So
sat down.
bad. So bad. I like Freddy versus Jason. I didn't mind it. Above or below 6? I would say probably below.
Yeah, 5.7.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that's accurate. You know, because I liked it, but I like all those movies. But Jason X, he seriously is in outer space. It's like...
Like I say, I've seen pieces of that movie, and it didn't make me want to watch the whole thing.
No, it was awful. All right, what about The Program? Have you ever seen The Program?
Isn't that James Caan?
Mm-hmm.
He's a football coach.
Yep. James Caan, Omar Epps, Christy Swanson's in it, Halle Berry's in it.
Oh, I would say that's above the Mendoza line.
6.5.
Yeah.
I was surprised it was that high. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, 6.5 is pretty solid.
It is.
Yeah, I remember when it came out. That was a pretty good one.
Yep.
You're not going to have seen this one. Eat, Pray, Love with
No,
Julia Roberts.
I have not seen that.
It's
Julia Roberts.
not on your list?
Javier Bardem. No, it's not on my list. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it either.
Oh, yeah.
So we're both talking about this. 5.8.
That sounds... I don't know. I'm not even 100% sure what it's about. I saw the preview of it when I went to see a movie.
I think doesn't she go she goes to India to practice yoga?
She goes somewhere overseas, yeah.
And she finds love.
She finds love with Javier Bardem, I think.
Doesn't that sound interesting?
No. not at all.
Oh, man.
All right, so this one, I don't know where I came up with this. Oh, because I looked up Murder by Numbers, and this just popped in my head. A Murder of Crows.
Oh, I know that name.
Tom Berenger, Cuba Gooding Jr.
Huh.
Cuba Gooding Jr. is like a writer, and he has writer's block, and he finds this really, really good script, and it doesn't have a name on it, so he takes it for himself, and then he's getting blackmailed because the person who wrote it knows that he stole it from him, so he's getting blackmailed. I don't remember it being a 6.3. I didn't think it was that good. But
I was going to say it sounds interesting.
It wasn't bad. It was a direct-to-video. It was right after he won supporting actor for Jerry Maguire.
So Tom Berenger wrote. He's the real writer.
I believe, yeah. And Cuba Gooding Jr. is the one that finds it.
That's too bad. I like both of those guys.
It wasn't bad. I just don't remember it being 6.3 good.
Okay, how about this one? The infamous movie Mars Attacks.
God. I'll say it's over.
It is over.
Yeah.
Good guess.
Doesn't surprise me.
6.4. People liked it.
I didn't mind it.
I just can't get through that movie.
No?
No, that movie, it just
Who
annoys me.
Who directed that?
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton. That's what I thought. Okay.
Jack Nicholson's in it. I think he's like one of the
Gary
stars.
Shandling's in it too. I think Jack Nicholson's the president.
Yeah.
All right, this one I talked about with you a couple times. I don't know if you've still not seen it or... Toy Soldiers.
No.
It's got Louis Gossett Jr., Sean Austin, and like Will Wheaton. Basically, all the kids live at a private school, and one of their fathers was a judge on this maniac's father's case, and he sentenced his father to life in prison. So the maniac goes to his son's school, or no, he killed his father, and so the cops go to his son's school to put him in hiding because they're afraid he's next. And sure enough, the maniac and all of his people show up at the school, and they take over the school. They have everybody kidnapped and stuff. And there's a group of misfits that, try to overtake the school from the bad guys and stuff. It's a really good movie. I've seen it many times. It's got a 6.6.
6.6 is pretty solid.
It is. It's a really good movie. I bet I've seen it like 10 or 12 times. If I remember, I'll bring it in. I have it.
Let me put it on the list.
All right, bring in for Dawn.
Toy Soldiers.
It's really good.
In case I've already put it down here. It's another infamous one here. How about this? Steven Spielberg's 1941.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't either. It was like a comedy that came out. I can't think. I think it's Tim Matheson. I think it's also John Belushi. I think Dan Aykroyd's in it.
That's a good cast.
Oh, yeah.
I like all three of them.
If you look up the cast, we should look up the cast. If I haven't timed out here. And it's a pretty excellent cast. It was supposedly like a huge bomb. Oh, look, Ned Beatty. Ned Beatty's face came up on this.
Gets a 5.8.
5.8, which is just below the Mendoza line.
Yeah.
But it was a big, big flop. Belushi, Aykroyd, Nancy Allen, Treat Williams, Ned Beatty,
Yeah, that is a good cast.
Christopher Lee, Tim Matheson, Warren Oates.
Warren Oates. Wow.
Yeah, it's a World War II comedy that they're worried that the Japanese are going to invade California.
I think I've heard of it, but I definitely have not seen it.
It's probably like the worst rated Steven Spielberg movie
I bet. If it's under
of
6.
any of them.
Yeah. All right. We got a couple more pieces, I think. What about The Principal?
The principal, who is that? Is it Lou Gossett again?
Yep. And James Belushi is the principal. Louis Gossett Jr. is, I want to say, the custodian. It came out at the same time as Lean On Me. Remember we had that conversation how
Right.
multiple movies would come out about the same topic?
Right.
And Lean On Me gets a lot higher than The Principal. The Principal
sure.
got a 6.3.
I was going to say, I think that's a watchable
Which,
movie.
yeah, it's not bad, but Lean On Me's in like the 7s, I want to say.
Right.
Because, I mean, we had our debate on the best movie of the 80s, and I still put Lean On Me in the conversation.
Didn't Morgan Freeman get nominated, or did you
didn't.
think he should?
I thought he should have.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Lean On Me got a 7.4, but he didn't get nominated for it, and I thought that was a surprise.
Yeah, I guess that was back in the day. They didn't nominate as many. Well, maybe they didn't nominate a lot of African Americans back then.
Maybe that could be, because he was well-deserving. I think he was nominated right around the same time for Driving Miss Daisy, though.
Oh.
So that might have taken away. It might have even been the same year. But yeah, 7.4 for Lean On Me, so it's quite a bit. I would even say that's kind of low. I think Lean On Me is even better than a 7.4. I put it closer to an 8.
Let's see. How about this one? Judge Dredd.
Nope. You talking about the one with Stallone?
Yeah.
There's no way that can be over 6. It can't be.
5.6.
That's high, too. No, I didn't like that. I thought it was stupid. Have you seen the remake?
No.
I haven't seen the remake. It's
Who's
just,
in the remake?
It's just called Dredd. I think it's Joel Kinnaman.
Oh, right.
The guy, he's in Suicide Squad. Oh, crap, I don't have one more. I was going to say, I have time for one more, but it's Cocktail. And we already talked about it.
Oh, yeah.
So do you have one more?
Yeah, we could do. How about Mercury Rising?
I remember liking that.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis, Alec Baldwin. I'd say that's probably over a 6.
6.1. So it's right at
Right
the
there.
Mendoza line.
But yeah, that was when Alec Baldwin still did serious movies. He doesn't really do much. I think the last serious thing I saw him in was The Departed.
Yeah, I think he got into television, right? He was doing a TV
he was
show.
doing
and
comedy.
you
30
didn't-
Rock, that's what he was on, right?
Yeah, you didn't see him too much anymore after
No.
that.
Because he was a big draw, a big box office draw back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever see the one with him and his wife? The Getaway?
No.
That was really good. It's
No, because that's a remake of a Steve McQueen movie, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Steve McQueen and Ally McGraw.
Alec Baldwin and Kim Basinger are a couple on the run. Bank robbers. He just got out of prison. James Woods plays the bad guy. Well, one of the bad guys. And Michael Madsen's he's the bad guy that turns on him on the heist and takes the money. And so they're chasing him down to get the money. It's pretty good. Has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but
Right.
But yeah, no, I like Mercury Rising. I think he's just a good actor in general, whether it be comedy, drama, action.
Right. What was the one he did with Anthony Hopkins, and they were hunters?
Oh, The Edge. I love
The
that
Edge.
movie.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I've seen that movie plenty of times. I have that Blu-ray. I've watched that recently.
Yeah, like you say, Alec Baldwin he was really hot for a while. Well, like I was telling you, he was on Broadway doing Stanley Kowalski. I mean, you got to have some giant cojones to be able to try to do that. And people put money behind it too.
Yeah. The Edge got 6.9. That's pretty good.
That's decent.
I still think it's higher than that. I watched that movie a lot. I really liked it.
Of course, I would watch anything with Anthony Hopkins too.
Oh,
So
he's
that's a
great.
great pairing.
He's great. Yeah. I mean, when after he did The Silence of the Lambs, because they did Manhunter with Brian Cox,
Right.
and they're like, we need to do a version of that with Anthony Hopkins because he was just so good. So it was Red Dragon. They remade it with him, and I had a great cast too.
Edward Norton.
Ed Norton, the bad guy is Ray Fiennes. Philip Seymour Hoffman, I want to say, is in it too.
Oh wow.
And we're just about out of time. I just want to check it out real quick.
Oh yeah. I guess I like Anthony Hopkins. That was. What would happen if they brought back Brian Cox to be Hannibal the Cannibal?
I don't know.
I bet he could do a great job with that. But we make fun of his McDonald's commercials.
So let's see. So it's got
Wouldn't you like
it's
some
Anthony
wonderful?
Hopkins, Edward Norton, Ray Fiennes, Harvey Keitel, Emily Watson, Mary Louise Parker, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Anthony Held. So it's got
Wow, quite
the
a cast.
Anthony Held plays the doctor that he played in Silence of the Lambs.
Right.
And he was pretty good. I thought he was a pretty good actor. So we'll have to think of something similar to this to do again next week, just to mix it up, because this was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, but that's been our episode of The Best Pictures this week. I'm one of your hosts, Joey Powers.
Hey, I'm Don Tretler. These are the ones you don't want to miss. Yeah, I knew it would be.
I do too.
But when you came up with this idea, I was like, oh, that is a great idea.
It is a good idea.
And I found a ton of movies too.
You know it's going to be fun.
Go ahead.
And you can go anywhere.
Make my day.
Life moves
Any
pretty
kind
fast.
of movie.
You don't
any
stop
kind
and
of
look
actor,
around once in a
actress.
while. You could miss it.
I just want to write down the ones we said so that I don't do it again.
Yeah, I checked all mine off. I did them all. As soon as you said one that you just borrowed, I was like, I bet it is Cocktail.